Welcome back to No Dumb Questions, the Insurify podcast about straight talk on coverage, claims, and savings. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Julia. Today's question, what kinds of discounts can I get on my car insurance?
Right, because who doesn't love a good deal? And you're probably eligible for more deals on car insurance than you might think.
Yes, so important. So discounts are a great way to get cheaper insurance. And a bunch of smaller ones on a policy can really add up if you know where to look and who to ask and what you qualify for.
For sure. So today we're going to go over some common discounts, how to stack them, and how to make sure you're not leaving money on the table.
Yes, plus we'll bust some discount myths and help you figure out if you're getting every discount you deserve.
All right, let's do it.
Before we talk about stacking discounts, let's clear up some common insurance terms. But in general, this is going to be a term-heavy episode, so bear with us.
Yes.
We got you.
All right, so first, let's talk about telematics. Telematics systems are an in-car system or app that tracks your driving behavior. So they track your speed, your braking, your mileage, your phone usage, etc. You can earn discounts from safe driving, and it's a really common discount. But the con of this is if you don't drive safely, it can affect your rate negatively. Your premium, which is the total cost of your policy, your discounts can directly lower it. And then a rate adjustment, which is your premium change when you gain or lose a discount. So if you add on auto pay or paperless, or if you get into an accident, you may lose your good driver discount, etc.
Yes, exactly. And we'll get into all that. So a few more terms, bundling. So bundling is a really common term I feel like we see in commercials a lot. That basically means combining multiple policies. So that could be your car insurance plus your renter's insurance or car insurance plus home insurance. And that usually comes with a price break. And then kind of a standard term, but eligibility. So basically when we say that, we're talking about meeting the criteria for a specific discount. Kind of a straightforward example of that is a lot of insurers offer good student discounts.
Yeah.
And those often have a GPA requirement because that's how they calculate whether or not you're a good student.
Yeah. So once you know these basics, finding and comparing discounts becomes way easier.
Yes. Okay. So let's get into some common discounts and how much you can save from them.
Let's do it.
Amazing.
All right. So discounts are a major way to save.
Yes. And the main takeaway is that you can absolutely get discounts on your car insurance, but availability and amounts and kinds of discounts, they really do vary by insurer, by state, and by your unique driver profile.
Right, because every insurer evaluates your risk differently. Some discounts are automatic, others require proof of enrollment. Certain discounts are restricted in some states, like some states don't allow telematics or credit-based discounts. Every insurance company considers discount qualifications differently, so it's worth considering the discount opportunities when you're comparing your quotes. And as we go through these discounts, many of them are going to be listed as varies because the variation between different insurance companies is really high, or insurance companies don't list the amount you can save. So just be aware. We're going to give as exact as we can get
yes.
On a lot of these, but a lot of them are going to be varies.
Yes. And keep in mind, often you'll see these kind of as like a percentage of your premium. Like you can save 5%, 10%, 25%, even on some of the bigger ones. But that will absolutely vary. So yeah, double check that.
Yeah. So some common discount categories include driver-based discounts. So these are driving behavior, safe driver, good student, if you're a senior, retired, if you're in the military, you're a veteran. Other ones include policy-based discounts. So that's bundling, enrolling in auto pay, paying your premium up front. And then there's vehicle-based discounts, which are anti-theft systems, anti-lock brakes, and newer cars with advanced safety features.
Yes. So to get into some common kind of discount amounts for those like driver-based discounts. Some insurers, if you're a safe driver, meaning you don't have any accidents on your record, you can save up to 22%, which is nothing to sneeze at. For a telematics program, which is that, driving behavior tracking program, there is often an upfront discount, usually around 10%. And then usually they tell you can save up to 30 with that discount, but that will, again, depend on your driving behavior and how they calculate it. Some insurers offer discounts for taking a defensive driving course. Sometimes that's for any driver. Sometimes it's for drivers of a certain age. Always has to be like a specifically approved driver course. So don't willy-nilly kind of pick one random.
And expect to get the discount.
Exactly. So you definitely want to make sure that you take one that they qualify and they approve of. That can usually be around 5%. And then low mileage discounts, which are best if you rarely drive, those really vary because that's going to depend on the kind of policy and how much you do or don't drive.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get into some characteristic discounts. So a common one, like we said, is good student. You usually have to hit a certain GPA and you can save anywhere between 10 to 15% with those. There's another common one called student away from home. This is when you're a college student and you live at school and you don't have your car. Generally, you only qualify for this if you live 100 plus miles away, and this one varies. If you're a homeowner, so you own your own home, this is different from bundling. This one also varies. If you're in the military or you're a veteran, you can usually qualify for a 15 to 25% discount. If you're an alumni or part of a professional organization, like a union, like a teachers union or a nursing union, you might be able to get discounts. So these vary as well. If you're a senior, because you're a certain age and you're not driving so much, this one also varies. And then obviously good driver discounts. So you have no accidents for a certain amount of time. That's around 22%.
So looking into some of those more like general policy discounts, if we're talking bundling, so that's combining multiple policies, usually car with home or renters, sometimes pet. You never know. That is usually a discount of around 7 to 25%, depending on which policies you're bundling and how many.
Yeah.
Loyalty, actually. So that means basically staying at the same insurance company for a while. That can actually earn discounts. So if you are getting a good deal, you like where you are, you've done your comparison, you're happy to stay put. Sometimes staying at that insurer can earn a discount over time. I do want to stress, though, that it's not always the thing that's going to save you money. So it's still worth it to compare.
Yes.
So keep that in mind. Another one that we've talked about is paying in full. So that's paying your entire policy up front. Could be for 6 months, could be for 12 months or another. That discount is definitely going to vary by insurance company, but can be, not insignificant. So absolutely worth looking into if you can pay that up front. Smaller ones are something like auto pay or going paperless. So auto pay is kind of what it sounds like, setting up your automatic payments. And paperless is opting for all your communications to be digital versus through the mail.
Yeah.
Those are going to vary, but are usually on the lower side. So having multiple cars, which is a little bit different from bundling, but insuring multiple cars under the same policy is usually a discount of like 7 to 24%.
Yeah.
And then early bird. So getting a policy from a new insurer before your current policy ends, generally like within 5 days of when that policy ends, can also earn you a discount. That will also vary by insurer. But so there are a lot of good options.
Yeah, I just want to clarify for bundling, you have to get those policies all from the same insurance company.
Thank you. Very important.
Yeah, I realized that we hadn't said that yet. So the next category is vehicle-based. So this is going to be if you have a new car, typically it's less than 3 years old, but depends by insurer. You can save between 10 to 15%. Anti-theft discounts. So this is like factory or aftermarket anti-theft systems. This is like your car not starting without the key. Automatic locking, steering wheel and brake locks, kill switches, you might be able to save up to 25%. Alternative fuels, so this could be electric cars, hybrid, propane, and natural gas cars. These all vary. Passive restraint, which is, updated seatbelts and airbags, that might be able to save you 30 to 40%. And anti-lock brakes, these are factory installed anti-lock brakes. So anti-lock brakes prevent your brakes from locking up if you have to brake really hard. How many times am I going to say brake? And you can save possibly around 5% for that.
Yes. Okay. So I feel like we're starting to see how like stacking discounts can like really save you money because there are a lot of them. And if you qualify for multiple, that can really affect your premium. I want to talk through an example of like what this could look like. So this isn't my car specifically, but here we go. All right. So say you drive a 2018 sedan, you've got a clean record, and you drive around 6,000 miles a year, which is pretty low.
Pretty low.
That's well below the national average. Your original premium is $140 a month, but you now qualify for safe driver discount, a low mileage discount, and multi-policy, you're bundling because you also have renter's insurance, so you're going to get a discount on both.
Yeah.
Your new premium is $102 a month. So that's $38 a month cheaper, which adds up to $450 a year back in your pocket from stacking discounts that you are eligible for. So that's kind of just one example of how you could make this work for you.
Yeah, how this could look. Yeah. So some smart strategies to find and then maximize those discounts. You're going to compare the quotes from 3 to 5 different companies, of course, and you're also going to compare the discounts because each insurer prices risk differently, which means each discount value varies by insurer. And then I think really importantly, you want to ask questions. Not every discount appears automatically on your quotes. Not every discount is going to be listed on the insurance company's website. So if you're going to talk to an agent, ask them directly, what do I qualify for? And then you're going to review your policy every 6 to 12 months. So you may qualify for new discounts after life-changing events, like maybe you bought a house, so you want to try and bundle your policy. Maybe your accident fell off of your record, so you can now start a good driving streak, get a good driving discount. And then discount eligibility varies by state. So some discounts in some states aren't available in others. Some insurers will cap the total discount percentage that you're eligible for, like you can't exceed like 25 or 30% discounts. So if you can pair discounts with higher deductibles if it's affordable for you. That deductible, like you guys probably know at this point, is the amount that you pay out of pocket when you submit a claim before your insurance company kicks in. So make sure you can afford that deductible before increasing it. But this can really lower your premiums even more. But some can increase your rates, like telematics programs. Like we said, if you drive risky and you're getting your driving behavior recorded, they can use that information to increase your rates. And then you definitely want to stay consistent. Avoid any lapses in your coverage. A steady coverage history often keeps you eligible for loyalty or continuous coverage discounts.
Yes. Okay. Thank you for walking us through that. So I feel like the key takeaway here is that you can definitely get discounts, but you've got to be proactive about finding them, asking agents, and then confirming them, making sure that they are on your policy and they're applying to you. Because not everything that you qualify for is automatically offered. So you got to be proactive.
Everybody's profile is different, so you got to compare.
Yes. All right. I think it's time to get into some frequently asked questions. What do you think?
Let's do it.
Amazing.
All right. Let's tackle some common questions about car insurance discounts.
Okay. Are you ready?
I am so ready.
Sarah.
Yes.
Do all insurance companies offer the same discounts?
No. Every company has its own list, and they can vary by state. So it's important to compare multiple companies to find your best mix.
Can I combine multiple discounts?
For sure, but some insurers may cap your total amount of savings.
And do discounts expire?
They can, like a good student discount ending after you graduate. Obviously, you can't submit your report card anymore. Or your good driver discount ending after an accident, unless you have accident forgiveness.
Can I still save after a ticket or an accident?
For sure. So you might lose your safe driver status temporarily, but bundling multiple policies and other discounts will still apply.
Are there state-specific restrictions?
Yes. So some states limit telematics programs or credit-related discounts. So always ask your insurer what's allowed locally.
Do discounts apply automatically?
Some do, but others you need to opt into. So always ask your agent what you qualify for.
What's the best way to check if I'm missing out on something?
Compare quotes every 6 to 12 months. And like I said, check in with your agent.
And which insurance companies have the most discounts?
This is a good one. You can find a list of all the companies with the most discounts at insurify.com/car insurance/discounts. And we'll also link it in the description.
Amazing. Whew, okay. After this short break, we'll do a little bit of myth versus fact.
Let's do it.
Julia, are you tired of paying too much for your car insurance?
Yeah, who isn't?
Well, here's the straight talk. With Insurify, you can compare quotes from over 120 top insurance companies, all in one place. And you could save up to $1,100 a year, and it only takes about 10 minutes.
No phone calls? No hidden fees? It's 100% online and it's completely free?
Yep. Insurify has already helped more than 10 million people compare, including us. Now it's your turn to see how much you could save.
Click the link in the description to get started today.
It's time for myth or fact.
Myth or fact. Yay.
That was so good. Okay.
Thanks. Are you ready, Julia, to answer some myths or facts?
I'm so ready.
All right. All insurers offer the same discounts.
That is a myth. Each one has different programs and state limits.
You can stack unlimited discounts.
That's part myth. You can usually stack several, but like we said, most insurers cap savings, so you probably can't stack them up too high.
Yeah. All right. Cheap insurance means less coverage.
That's a myth. You can have full coverage and all that protection and still save with smart discounts.
Discounts apply automatically.
That's sometimes a fact. Certain safety feature discounts that have to do with your car might apply automatically. Mostly they need action. So you're going to need to kind of be proactive, seek them out, ask about it to make sure you have those on your policy.
It's worth it to stay with a company for their loyalty discount.
Ooh, so this is part myth, part fact, kind of like we were talking about. So some companies give great loyalty discounts, but others not so much. So it's always worth comparing. And you can ask about, like, you can do kind of the homework to figure out how much you're saving on your current policy if you do have a loyalty discount. And keep an eye out for, like, if that's still the best deal, heck yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
But if you start seeing that you can be saving more elsewhere, it is definitely worth considering.
Yeah, I think a good example of this is my parents have had the same insurance for, I'm not joking, 30 years.
Wow.
Their parents had that same insurance company.
Oh my goodness.
And they have a loyalty discount. And I was like, hey guys, still compare. Like, just see what's out there. You never know.
Exactly. Truly.
If a discount says up to, you'll get the highest number.
That is a myth, unfortunately. I mean, kind of like it's in the up to, quote unquote. You may get that maximum range.
Yeah.
Usually you'll fall somewhere in that range, but that is also something to ask about in the process. Yeah.
So the real myth.
That saving money is out of your control. It isn't.
And the real fact.
With a little effort and some comparing, you can save without sacrificing coverage, we promise.
All right, let's get into our listener action plan.
Let's do it. I'm ready.
All right, here's your step-by-step plan for finding discounts and saving some money.
Yes. Okay. We got our pens or our notes app. I don't know, something. All right. Let's gather our information to start. You got to have all the info to get your quotes and compare everything, make sure it's all comparing apples to apples. So that means your driving record, any information about past incidents, the mileage on your vehicle, any safety features on your car. But this could also be, if you're a student, your GPA.
Yeah.
So depending on what kind of discounts you're going to go for, try to gather that information so that you have it in your hand.
Yeah, be proactive. And then you're going to get, of course, 3 to 5 quotes from different insurance companies and get their discounts.
Exactly. Ask each insurer which discounts you qualify for.
Yeah, and then you're going to want to double check that those discounts appear on your quote.
Always double check. And then pick the policy that balances coverage, price, and savings.
And then review at each renewal because some discounts can change or expire.
Exactly. It's like spring cleaning for your wallet. Make sure your savings are still fresh.
Great analogy.
Thank you so much.
All right, so the bottom line is discounts are really easy and a great way to save on your car insurance, but everyone is different and every company is different.
Every small discount adds up, and those little savings can make a big difference in your monthly budget.
Right, like think of it like stacking deals when you go grocery shopping. So you're going to look through that weekly listing that they always send you, and usually you recycle it, but this time you're going to look through it. Okay?
Yes, exactly.
And you're going to compare what other stores are charging, and then you're going to add on your coupon, your discount, your, loyalty card on top of it to get the best price.
Yes. And who doesn't love that feeling? I mean.
Yeah. All right, guys, that's it for today's episode of No Dumb Questions.
Subscribe and share with a friend who loves a good deal and hates overpaying for insurance.
Send us your questions using the link below.
Until next time, drive safe and save money.
See ya.
You are listening to No Dumb Questions, an Insurify podcast. This content does not constitute personalized financial or legal advice. This podcast is written, edited, produced, and recorded by Sarah Getman, Julia Taliesin, Riley Hines, and Sydney Harrell. Compare insurance quotes by clicking the link below.